Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we've landed on the surface of Minmus, and walked on the surface of Minmus, and planted a flag on the surface of Minmus. Now I did want to hop back to the Space Center quickly before we left here, and we're not done yet. We still need to set up our science outpost to some degree. But I wanted to check to see green sandstone. We might be able to grab that, actually. That is available in the Flats, Lowlands, or Great Flats. Okay, so let's hop over to Minmus and see if we can see if we're in one of those biomes. I believe we are. We are in Lesser Flats. So that might take a while to get to. It'd be interesting. We could maybe do another landing here? Like, take off, fly to a different biome? Maybe. At any rate, for right now, we need to have our outpost set up. So first things first, let's get a photovoltaic panel over there, and we're going to have Bill be the one to set that up, since he is, of course, an engineer. So off we go. Excellent. And maybe up here would be considered lowlands. We can investigate the area just outside of this flat here. Oh, hang on. I've overshot. There we go. Excellent. So we will now place down a photovoltaic panel right around, I think, here. We'll be fine. And Bob will head on back. There we go. 10 meters per second is more than enough. Okay. Let's see if I can manage to get him in the hatch this time. That would be nice. Okay, Bill was doing the same thing Bob was. Well done, Bill. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay. I don't want you to climb on it. I want you to grab on. You got that, Bill? Nope. Only climb was an option. That jump is too powerful for Minmus anyway. Well, for one thing, this isn't the crew hatch. Crew hatch is on the other side, so, you know, I'm a moron. Let's just head over here, because this is where we actually want to get in at. There we go. Helps if I'm going to the right place. So, we'll now have Bob, or rather Bill, get out again, because I believe we have one more photovoltaic panel for him to set up. Yes. And I believe we want the engineer to set up the communitron, and then we want Bob to set up the passive seismometer and the GUAB ED monitor. I think. Hopefully that's the case. And then we'll just check one of these areas over here, whichever one is closest, honestly, to see what we want to do as far as the sandstone goes. Okay, we'll set up a photovoltaic panel here. There we go. And back we go. And we'll just have Bill set up the communitron next. We'll start braking here. And we'll actually go into the correct hatch this time. I find that that usually helps. There we go. Excellent. And the reason I'm going into the hatch in between every excursion is to reset the EVA propellant. It's not realistic, but there's infinite EVA propellant if you do it that way. I don't know why. That's just the way the game works. So, Communitron, we are now going to go ahead and send on out. Come on, Bill. There you go. He decided to start using his RCS. Always good. And let's get a little bit more acceleration here, Bill. There you go. 12 meters per second is plenty. We'll need to start braking. And there we go. We'll set up the Communitron now, and I'll just set that right over here. There we go. And let's check on this. Let's see. Total power available is 4. Total power needed is 2. That is ideal. We did our math correctly. That's kind of rare, but fantastic. So that means that Bill is now done. So we'll bring him on back. 18 meters per second is maybe a little ambitious. Okay, let's do something kind of like that. Bring it in over here. There we go. Okay, so Bill is done. So now Bob can go ahead and EVA. And we are going to have him grab the Guab ED monitor. And then he's going to head off and start setting up our experiments now that our power and communications infrastructure over here is up. Excellent. There we go. And we are just going to place this down right over here is fine. Excellent. And now we'll head on back. Once again, 18 meters per second, Bob. Maybe a little much. Okay, let's go ahead and start braking. Let gravity handle a lot of this that we need in terms of our downward velocity. And in we go. And one more EVA for Bob. Excellent. And we'll now grab the seismometer. We're not going to get much data from that, but we'll get some. Bob didn't want to have his RCS on for a moment there. Excellent. And this outpost will generate us a pretty healthy stream of science, in theory, if I don't massively overshoot like that. Okay, let's just come in over here. There we go. So we'll just place the seismometer right around here, should be fine. And let's check in on the control station, if Bob can fit through that gap. Excellent. Okay, so total power needed 4, total power available 4. Fantastic, 2 experiments connected. There we go. Now the seismometer is not going to, like, this place is not seismically active, right? So it's not going to get any data unless we crash things into the surface. But that's okay. So Bob is now done, and he can head on back. And then I think we will have Valentina go on a bit of exploration, mostly because she would absolutely kill us if we did not allow her to collect a sample of the mint ice cream and try it fresh. So we're going to make sure that she can do that. And in we go with Bob. So, Valentina, here's your chance. And what you're actually going to be doing here is you're going to be heading over to one of these biomes over here. Like, maybe over there. It kind of doesn't matter which way. And you're just going to see if we can find ourselves the stone that we need to pick up. I do want to keep an eye on the EVA propellant. If we ever get to the point of having about 1 EVA propellant left, then we're going to need to re-evaluate this. But you can travel so efficiently over the surface of Minmus that I think it's completely fine. Like, look at how little EVA propellant we're having to use to do this. This is insane. Like, we've used 10% of our propellant. Of course, we're going to have to brake when we get over here. But I just want to take a quick look around and see what we can find. I'm going to go up to 30 meters per second. And now we're just going to have to keep our prograde marker just above the horizon to make sure that we continue flying in a roughly straight fashion. We're passing 10% usage of our EVA now. This is definitely further than I thought it was. But that's okay. I think if we ever get to half EVA propellant, that's when we should definitely turn around and come back. I'm hoping that this is lowlands over here. Because the other possible biomes are flats or great flats, but we're in lesser flats. This may be slopes, though. Gonna just accelerate a little bit. We've still got a little ways to go here. I would physics warp this, but I don't trust myself to react quickly enough to physics warp. And I don't want Valentina to die. Like, I know for a fact I can do this at this speed. I may physics warp on the way back, though. Because this is quite a ways. Like, this has been 1.3 kilometers so far. I guess that's not too far. Only traveling at 30 meters per second. On the way back, I should probably bring that up. And in fact, I'm going to, right now, bring it up to 50 meters per second. There we go. That does mean that we're going to have to brake because we probably can't rise fast enough to meet this at this speed. I just want to see what this biome is. Here's the boundary right here. This is lowlands. Ideal. Okay, let's start braking. Now that we are at our destination. Okay. Fantastic. Now, we need to look for a piece of green sandstone. So let's just head over this way. We are getting close to wanting to turn around. Like, we may end up wanting to bring the craft over this way, but maybe this is sandstone here. I mean, we can always walk back if we have to, right? It's not a big deal. Of course, how do we get Valentina back in? But I think this might be sandstone rather than a scatter. I'm really hopeful that it is. If so, that's pretty lucky, honestly. Yeah, I'm quite sure that this is. Yeah, I'll be honest, we got kind of lucky with this one. Okay, and then we are going to land basically right here. climb this. And... oh, we can grab an EVA report and surface sample from here. This does not appear to be giving me the option to collect the green sandstone. Maybe from right here? Valentina, please stop running. Why are you running, Valentina? Okay, climb this. No, it's definitely not made of delicious dessert products. So yeah, that's not, in fact, what we're looking for. I'm quite sure that this is in fact what we want. Keeps flashing something here. Yeah, we're kind of just sliding down the hill at this point. We can't turn our RCS on. Okay. This isn't good. Valentina is currently skiing uncontrollably. Valentina, please stop this. Like, for real. Okay, she turned around. I'd like to be able to enable RCS, but I can't. Because we're technically on the ground, we're just sliding. Valentina, what have you done? The hill is too steep. Okay, she fell over. That might be a good thing. Actually. Believe it or not. Maybe. Valentina, please just stop. Like, this has been completely uncontrollable. Ever since she started skiing, she's refused to turn her RCS on to get it under control. Well, she seems to be having a good time, so that's nice. Oh, this might be high enough to turn the RCS on. Oh, hello. I don't know what she's doing. T-posing. Okay. Welcome back, Valentina. I'm glad you decided to join us. Now you're making us waste a bunch of EVA propellant to go back up here. So, thanks. Thanks. Okay, we need to brake. And of course, we're going up too much. I'm quite sure this is what we need. The green sandstone. Okay, let's just descend right about here. Should be good. And she's doing this again. Could you not ski, please, Valentina? That'd be great, thanks. She's not interested in anything I have to say. Okay. She is here. Maybe this isn't the green sandstone. I mean, I can check to see what it looks like. Minmus green sandstone. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, this is definitely it. So why isn't it allowing me? To collect this? I just looked it up. This is definitely the green sandstone. mean, maybe if we go up over here and land directly on top of it? I haven't had to do that for other contracts like this. I mean, it's always been a little bit fiddly. I have no idea. Why isn't it allowing me to take a surface sample? Or not to take a surface sample. We have a surface sample. That's not what we need. We need to collect this green sandstone. Generally speaking, I've been able to do it from the proper ground, like this, right next to it, or when standing on it. I'm very confused why this isn't working. I mean, we can't interact with this object. Oh, we need a smaller version? When I first Googled it, this is what showed up. Then I looked at a different one, and apparently we need a smaller version? I mean, that would make some level of sense. Oh boy. Valentina's skiing again. Please, Valentina, no! She's just gonna T-pose again, isn't she? Here we go again! Okay. Well, this is kind of exciting, but I need to go back to the, Hello. Okay. She just let us do that. I want to go see if this is the green sandstone that we need. We're getting very low on EVA propellant, so I may end up having to walk back and then just save enough EVA propellant to get in. If that's the case, then I'm definitely going to cut that out. I mean, maybe we should just go up top and try to skip this slope entirely. If that's the case, I should leave like 0.5 EVA propellant. Just so that I can get back in. Well, I'll just try to get up to the top of this slope, where we can, you know, actually work with things without skiing downhill. Actually, that looks potentially good over there. So I'm just killing some speed. There we go. Gonna need to leave some EVA propellant, of course. I mean, this is, I believe, just a scatter. But I'm gonna go around and walk and find a green sandstone, because this is the correct location. So we just need to come in for a landing. I'm going to use no more EVA propellant. I'm going to walk everywhere. I'm going to find it, and when we come back, we will be back at the lander over here, ready to hop in with our tiny amount of EVA propellant that is back. RCS needs to be off. And Valentina is skiing. Okay. Please stop, Valentina. At any rate, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to find what we need. And, yeah, like, I can't even use RCS right now. Valentina is completely frozen. Like, she won't respond to any commands. So, that's the thing. Anyway, I'm going to find what we need, and when we come back, will be at our lander with the rock that we need. Yep, there she goes. Same exact thing that happened before. And now she's going to hit her head a bunch of times, and then she's going to T-pose at the bottom. And it's going to be great. Anyway, I will see you all next time.